So last week I made a video discussing all of the characters that were returning for Season 7, but none of the characters that were returning as of last week's video were Emma, Snow White, Charming, or Belle. As of March 21st, I am sorry this video was late, all four are coming back for the series finale, which I think is absolutely fantastic. Now, Emma had her quote-unquote final appearance in Episode 2 of Season 7, and Belle had her quote-unquote final appearance in Episode 4 of Season 7. But this will be Josh Dallas and Jennifer Goodwin's first appearance on Season 7 since they left the show, and I have a feeling that these characters, except for Emma, are going to be in very small roles for this episode, but that's fine. I just feel it would be a perfect nod, for the fans just to see them again. Now, I could kind of theorize what's going to happen with Belle, and I have two theories. One I think is super likely, the other one is very unlikely, but I have to at least acknowledge it. So the first thing with Belle is either Zeus will bring her back to life, and she'll get to join Rumple, or Rumple will die and he'll join her in the afterlife. Now, I'm going towards the latter because Rumple's entire goal for Season 7 has been to get back with Belle, and I think he wants to die. So I think that makes sense for Rumple to die and for them to meet up in the afterlife. It'd be sad, but it would be beautiful. And, it's Beauty and the Beast. It just makes sense. I highly doubt she's going to come back to life. It would feel a little bit... it would feel like it pulled away the emotions of her dying, so I'm not a fan of that. And plus, you also don't want to undo everything. I mean, this show's undone a lot with its canon, like casting the Dark Curse without a heart. You don't want to undo Belle's death, so let's just keep her sadly dead, but let's have Rumple sadly join her, but at least we'll get to see them in a happy afterlife. It'll be sad, but it'll be beautiful. Now, Josh Dallas and Jennifer Goodwin, I have a feeling it's just going to be like a minor cameo, probably interacting with Andrew J. West and probably interacting with Lana Parrilla, being like, oh, Henry, it's so great to see you. Oh, Regina, it's so great to see you. Hugs, hugs, and be done with it. Jennifer Morrison, she might have a little bit more to do, but because they're only in the finale and I have no clue like what their role could be, I don't think there's going to be another big bad they're going to fight off right away. I feel like it's actually just going to be a very wholesome episode that's kind of more or less wrapping up stories, but that's one thing I want to talk about. So, Adam Horowitz and Eddie Kitsis had said that the series finale, which is titled Leaving Storybrooke, which we all wonder, does that mean something bad is going to happen to the town? They said it's less about tying up every loose end, it's more about the feeling, and that's what we're striving for, which is the feeling of Once Upon a Time. The last 2 hours for us is less about tying everything up in a bow, and it's getting to hear the song one more time. I personally think that's a really lousy cop-out for not tying up loose ends, but that's also reflective of their writing, because many of us have been wondering why didn't the Maleficent and Lily storyline get teamed up, wrapped up? Why didn't Aurora and Philip's storyline get wrapped up? Now, part of that is due to the actors not being able to commit, but then they didn't even bother to recast. They're like, oh, we'll just do it later. We could, we'll know if I get renewed for another season or whatnot. So it's just it's essentially their cop-out saying, I'm sorry, there's too many storylines that we introduced, and we thought we would have time to fix, but we never did. So this is, the feels are great. I mean, you can't go wrong with the feels. They'll probably be a really happy, touching ending, and I'm totally on board with it. But for those of you who probably want to see Maleficent or Lily, or see Ursula the Sea Goddess, I doubt you're going to get that. I wanted to see Maleficent and Lily myself because, that was a really heavy thing that they tied up in the Frozen arc. So I am curious to see, it's never going to happen, but I wish that would be something that they were able to touch on. That actually, it would have been a really great thing in Season 5, but again, because of actors, they just couldn't do it. So I'm very excited that all these actors are coming back. It's really going to be a great finale. I thought Jennifer Morrison did a fantastic job interacting with Andrew J. West. Lana Parrilla obviously does as well. I think a lot of people want to see, I saw this on Twitter, Swan Queen as Endgame. I think that'd be kind of hilarious if Emma and Regina got to do one more team up. I would love that. I'm not a shipper of Swan Queen myself, but I am a shipper of just their friendship. I think it's very natural and very developed. It's probably one of my favorite friendships I've ever seen on TV. You guys know that I'm not the biggest fan of Josh Dallas and Jennifer Goodwin's storylines. I think they're fine as actors, but I think they were just given really bad storylines after Season 3. I liked the beginning of 4 because they were pushed aside, but it felt like it made sense because they were just kind of there, but they weren't like super acting into the premise. And that's when I was reviewing 4B through Season 6, the one negative part of my reviews were generally about the Snow and Charming storyline, and I feel that just this cameo will be just a perfect nod, and hopefully it'll be very, very reflective of what I fell in love with, and probably a lot of people, their Seasons 1 through 3 persona. And I have a feeling it will be beautiful. Like, I'm very much on board with all of these characters coming back. I think it'll be really fun to watch. I do wonder, since, you know, Emma Booth is leaving in episode 20, if there's going to be any problems that they're going to deal with, or everything's just going to be like, all right, let's see what's up with Ariel, let's see what's up with you, and let's see what's up with who else, because they said they're not going to wrap up every storyline, but doesn't mean they're not going to wrap up a majority of them. Unless, like, Peter Pan is somehow resurrected after his soul was dissolved, and then, you know, causes chaos, and Cruella de Vil causes chaos, and, like, it's like, oh, let's battle the undead, oh, let's leave Storybrooke by blowing it up. Let's just hope it doesn't happen. But hopefully, maybe everyone could just go back to the Enchanted Forest, and I could get that Regina sitting on the throne with Zelena and Regina, and possibly Emma now at her side, saying, long live the Queen. Jennifer Morrison, I really love the fact she's coming back. I wish that she could have been in more episodes throughout the season, because that's one big complaint I feel a lot of people had, like, oh, what's Emma doing? Like, why shouldn't letting this happen? It makes sense for Josh and Jennifer, you know, Jennifer Goodwin to not be in it, because, you know, they really did get that happy ending. But, you know, Emma just seems like she got to marry Hook, and she got to have her baby. Or, you know, actually, that's one more thing I want to mention. We could be seeing this Captain Swan baby. But, you know, Emma was just such a big presence. Obviously, she's the main character, that it felt odd to not have her there in any capacity after she left in episode 2. I mean, Belle they killed, so it's like you can't have her come back. Josh and Jennifer are raising Neil, so, you know, yeah, Emma's with Hook, but then we see Wish Hook, and it's like, oh, it'd be nice if her, you know, if his mom came and helped him with the problem, which I think is, you know, a problem with season 7 overall. But this isn't a whole rant on 7. It's the fact that I'm very happy we're going to get to see these 4 characters, the characters that a lot of us fell in love with. I wasn't a huge fan of Belle, but I like Emily de Raven overall. You know, I did grow attached to the character, even though she was my favorite. And the same really applies to Josh and Jennifer's characters as well. But I love Emma. I'm so excited for her to come back, and I'm very excited to maybe see this Captain Swan baby. In fact, it'd be hilarious if Colin O'Donoghue had to do what Lana Parrilla did last season, where he had to interact with himself again. I think he did that in episode 2, but it'd be funny if he would have to do it again. So I'm excited. All 4 of these come back. It's very much a fun swan song, which is sad. I am sad the show is ending. But I hope that Jennifer Morrison and Lana Parrilla get to have a couple more scenes. I feel that Josh and Jennifer's scenes can be pretty small. I know that Josh is busy with his own show on NBC, and Jennifer is busy with her own show on ABC as well. So I bet that they're going to, you know, just get small cameo roles. Like, and by small, I mean like 1 or 2 scenes. I have a feeling that Emma will be in a couple more scenes than 1 or 2. And with Emily de Raven, I just bet it's 1 as well. Also, episode 21 is called Homecoming, and it will not air the same night as Leaving Storybrooke. So the finale will be of just a 40-minute special, or 40-minute episode by itself for since season 3, I believe. We've been getting 2-hour finales. It's been episode 21 and 22 together. That is not the case here. The finale, sadly, will be just like season 1 and season 2, where they will be just 40 minutes. So anyway, are you guys excited for Josh, Jennifer, and Emily to come back to the show? I'm very excited. I hope Emma and Henry, get to do a lot of, stuff together. And I hope that Emma gets to do a lot of interacting with Regina, because I loved that friendship. Anyway, share your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching my video, and we'll talk real soon. All right, guys.